this video, we will become familiar with the user interface in control of RFEM 6. To illustrate the features, we will use a steel hull as an example, which we will model together during this tutorial. If you do not have the finished model at hand, you can alternatively download one of the many RFEM models from our new Dlubal Center and use it to explore the user interface. Now let us load the desired structural model into the software so we can start. The RFEM user interface is divided into several smaller areas, each area fulfilling specific functions that are automatically linked to each other to ensure an effective workflow. For example, modeling can be performed using the menu bar, the navigator, or the tables. At the top, you can see the menu bar. Use the menu bar to access all RFEM functions. It is structured in logical blocks that you can easily access by clicking. The menu opens and you can find model-specific and software-specific settings, commands, and functions. Just below the menu bar, you'll see the toolbar. The toolbar provides a selection of buttons and lists for direct access to the most important functions in RFEM. When you move the mouse pointer over a button, brief information about the function of this button appears. Some buttons include subcategories and lists with topic-related functions. To access these functions, click the small arrow next to the button. The last selected command is placed at the top of the list. Of course, you also have the option to customize the toolbar or even create and save your own toolbar. To do this, right-click anywhere on the toolbar and click Customize Menus and Toolbars. In the window, you can move the desired command into the desired position using the drag and drop function. For this tutorial, we will stick with simply the default layout of the toolbar, which you can set by right-clicking on the toolbar, by clicking Reset Menus and Toolbars to default. The navigator located on the left manages the file data in a tree structure. The first tab is the Data Navigator, which manages the model and design data, as well as the load cases and design situations. It provides a structured overview of the model, including new categories like surface thicknesses, sets of members, sets of surfaces, and much more. The subcategories of the model data are also new. The main categories represent the basic objects such as materials, nodes, lines, and surfaces, while the subcategories manage specific properties of an object, such as the type of hinges that can be assigned to a line or member. Quick tip, if you select an element in the navigator, it will also be selected in the model. For example, you can right-click on the element, choose Find, and a red arrow shows where it is located in the model. The Display Navigator controls the graphical display in the workspace. Use the checkboxes to switch objects and attributes in the graphic on or off. The Views Navigator manages both user-defined views and various visibility settings. In the upper part of the Views Navigator, you can create, edit, or delete user-defined views. All these functions allow for an efficient and convenient workflow. We will learn more about working with views and visibilities in later videos. After calculation, a fourth tab appears in the navigator called the Results Navigator. In the upper part, you can display the desired results, and in the lower part, you can define their display type. We will explore more functions as well as tips and tricks of the navigator during the tutorial series. In the lower part of the RFEM interface, you will find the tables. The tables manage all model and load data numerically. They represent the internal data structure of RFEM, allowing you to create and edit model data, load cases, results, and much more without having to work graphically. The menu bar in the tables is new to RFEM 6. It provides a much better table structure and allows for better functionality compared to previous RFEM versions. Now let's take a look at the controls in RFEM 6. The view cube is also new in RFEM 6. You can click or rotate the cube to control the view. Alternatively, you can control it using the mouse and keyboard as well. To select an object, click it or draw a window over the object. Afterwards, you can drag or copy the selected object anywhere by holding down the Control key on the keyboard while moving the cursor. If the window is drawn from left to right, only the objects completely within the window will be selected. However, if you draw the window from right to left, the selection also includes objects that intersect the window, such as beams and surfaces. To modify an object, double-click it, and the Edit Model dialog box will open, where you can adjust the object parameters. By pressing the scroll wheel in, you can move the model back and forth. Holding down the Control key and pressing the scroll wheel in at the same time allows you to rotate the model. This is very similar to the cube. Rotating is also possible by moving the cursor while pressing the scroll wheel and right mouse button simultaneously. With the Shift key pressed and the scroll wheel pressed at the same time, you can zoom in and out. Zooming is also possible intuitively with the scroll wheel or by dragging a window over the desired area using the right mouse button. To display the entire model, double-click the scroll wheel. The command bar is located at the bottom part of the RFEM user interface. When executing a command in RFEM, a window will open on the left-hand side of the screen, asking you to perform the next step in the command. In the middle of the command bar, you will find a few shortcuts that help with working graphically. After this extensive overview of the RFEM interface, we will start modeling the steel hull in the next chapter and discover more new features. Thank you for watching, and until next time.